Hello everybody, and these are my top 5 Professor Lavian quotes. So number 1 is Reagan doesn't have that presidential look. So I feel like this quote embodies an essential aspect of succeeding in life because there will always be obstacles in the path, to success, especially people who don't believe you can achieve something just because, you don't fit that already pre-designed mold in their head. So this quote kind of shows somebody to not accept the current standard and to rather, instead of just conforming to something, create that presidential look. So number 2, no one will pay good money to get from Berlin to Potsdam in 1 hour when he can ride his horse there in 1 day for free. So I feel like this actually encapsulates the general principle not to underestimate the laziness of humanity and the insistence with which humanity demands increasing leisure. So there's been a steady hastening progress towards convenience. Back then it was a horse versus a train. Now it's an airplane or, a private jet, or it's a phone call, but instead now it's a texting. You don't even want to call them. Or, who knows what it'll be tomorrow. So 3, there will never be a bigger plane built in regard to the Boeing 247, which held 10 people. So again, this is just another underestimation of the capacity of the future, the demands of the future. People not thinking big enough because it just seems so, it's unknown. The future's so vast, and to just pinpoint and say, well, it's going to go that way. It takes more courage than the average bear. So number 4 is, when the Paris exhibition of 1878 closes, electric light will close with it and no more will be heard of it. So that's hilarious now that, literally lights everywhere. But is it surprising? Not really. I mean, electricity was this new technology, and people always miscalculate the future, as we saw today. Did Tesla think that? Not at all. He really believed in it. He had a strong vision of the future, and he actually laid the foundation to make it. So that's awesome. So number 5, a rocket will never be able to leave the Earth's atmosphere. So this quote shows that man can sometimes undervalue, what we can accomplish. I still, even if just thinking about it right now, saying that we got to space seems pretty crazy. We as humans made it to space. We do all this amazing stuff. It's really hard to believe how much effort and concerted human effort that took for a long time. Even building up thousands of years ago. Collecting resources, having an established society, training in math and statistics and physics. All that stuff had to be there for that achievement to be necessary, and that's pretty amazing. So those are my top 5 Professor Lavian's quotes. Thank you.